Good evening. We bring you the latest in the world of sports. I'm Paulo Del Rosario.
And we give you the conversations you want to hear from your favorite sports icons and athletes. I'm Boom Gonzalez. And in tonight's game plan, we'll talk to the team that clinched the last spot in the Final Four, the Adamson Soaring Falcons. They return to UAAP Men's Basketball Final Four, and they're joining us live.
We'll also catch up with the DLSU Lady Archers as they advance to the UAAP Women's Basketball Finals. Buckle up, sports fans. Let's get in the game. After 4 long years, the Adamson Soaring Falcons are finally back in the UAAP Men's Basketball Final Four. Joining us tonight are Adamson's AP Manlapas, Jerome Lastimosa, and Coach Nash Racela. Soaring Falcons, congratulations, Coach Nash. It's been an amazing run, and I'm really happy that you made it to the Final Four. Kumusta naman kayo?
Oh, salamat, Pao. Hi, Boom.
Hello.
Kuya Boom. Thank you for having us.
Congratulations.
We're all okay.
Good. Coach Nash, I want to start off with you kasi that matchup against Asal throughout this season in particular has always been close, has always been emotional, has always been fun. The way that you were able to come back from a relatively slow start sa first quarter, how did that make you feel knowing that you're going into a matchup against Ateneo with a little bit of momentum?
Well, to be honest, no, the way LaSalle started that game, exploded. Grabe yung explosion nila, no, and it actually caught us off guard. No, it's a good thing that our players were able to recover, especially in the second half. Going to the next game, hopefully it gives us a lot more confidence when we face Ateneo.
Yeah, that second half down by as much as 13, and then at the half 10. Jerome, Idol, kausapin mo na kita. How is it? Bakit so na-injure ka, bumalik ka, mas matindi pa yung mga average mo? After the injury, kesa bago ka na-injure. And speaking of what Coach Nash mentioned, yung pagbalik nyo sa third quarter, yung 11-0 run, ikaw lahat yon. Okay, tell us what's been working for you dito sa pagbabalik mo after ng injury.
Sinabi ko lang naman talaga sa teammates ko na walang nananalo sa first half. So, hindi talaga kami nag-give up. Tsaka, ni-remind ko sila na may last 20 minutes pa kami bumawi para manalo sa game kahapon.
And it definitely happened. AP, I'll turn to you now. AP, you're one of 4 players in double digits in that matchup. Ikaw, si Jerome, si Lenda Duanga, and si Joshua Yero. Ano masasabi mo sa collective ng grupo? Because it feels like this team has just gotten better and better as the season has gone on, especially against LaSalle yesterday. Ano masasabi mo sa improvement ng team as a whole?
Parang masaya po kasi yun din yung gusto ng mga coaches na hinahanap din nila sa amin na parang mag-upgrade ganun. Every performance namin dapat sa next time parang may upgrades. Kaya parang masaya din po kasi nakikita ko naman na nag-i-improve yung buong team.
AP, personally, we're happy to see you play like that again. Yung kahapon at saka yung laro mo sa Ateneo kahit na natalo. Napakagandang pangitain para kay Coach Nash that everybody is contributing. And Coach, I will go back to you for that. Obviously, the defenses always key in on Jerome Lastimosa day in, day out. What's been working in terms of the team effort now? Because it seems, as Paulo did say, may konting momentum. I mean, even in the loss against Ateneo, please correct me if I'm wrong, Coach Nasha, there have been great positives from that loss and then the win against National University from a team standpoint.
Well, again, it's nice that number one, people are available now. No, we've lost a number of players at the start of the tournament. No, It's just in the last 2 or 3 games that we had a complete lineup. No? So now we have 16 players, though everyone's not yet at 100%, no? But definitely their presence has been really a big help for the team. No? So hindi lang kami kay Jerome nakafocus,
Correct.
but it's nice that, again, si AP is here. No, I don't know if he's a revelation, hindi na, because we expect him to play this way.
Right.
No, it's just now that he is available and playing. So the more players contribute for us, the better.
Yeah, and obviously, Coach, it shows also in yung bench scoring in that game against LaSalle, 38-26 in favor of Adamson. On that note, actually, I want to turn to si Jerome. Jerome, I'm sure you've heard people talk about it sa social media and all of that, na if you stop Jerome Lastimosa sa Adamson, you beat Adamson. But then, well, base sa nakita natin in that game against LaSalle, it's not just Jerome Lastimosa. Ano masasabi mo sa mga teammates mo, especially with the fact that, yun nga, apat nga kayo nag-double digits and lamang kayo sa bench scoring?
Well, I'm so happy because lahat ng teammates ko is bigay sila ng positive contribution, and yun lang ang sinasabi palagi ng coaches namin, na pag pumasok kayo sa loob ng court, dapat magbigay kayo ng positive contribution sa team. So, ayun, parang sobrang saya ko kasi Adamson at hindi lang Jerome Lastimosa ang nandun, kundi kami lahat na nandun para sa Adamson.
Okay. AP, balikan kita in a bit. I just want to ask Coach Nash real quick bago natin pag-usapan yung susunod na game na knockout. Just before we let go of this LaSalle game, one of the key numbers other than what Paulo said, the bench scoring, yung turnovers in that second half ng De La Salle really killed them, and that is a testament to your defense. What changed that forced all of those turnovers?
Well, I guess we became more active defensively in the second half. No, nung first half talaga medyo passive. That's why I think si Ivan and si Nonoy were able to have open looks at the basket. No, kaya komportable yung tira nila. So we adjusted a little bit, and that really helped us force LaSalle into committing turnovers.
Yeah, they only had 2 in that first half. Malinis yung kanilang first half, but you guys, yun nga, forced it. Pao, singit ko na lang si AP real quick. AP, napakaganda na linaro mo against Ateneo the last time, kahit na natalo. Maganda linaro mo yesterday. Ngayon, Ateneo na mga kalaban nyo. Babantayan ka na yan, sigurado. Aside from Jerome, what kind of adjustments personally are you going to make going into that Final Four matchup against Ateneo, AP?
Ako naman po kahit anong challenge, parang tatanggapin ko naman kasi alam ko naman na hindi magiging madali para sa amin lahat na score dahil nga four-day game yun para sa amin. And alam ko na yung scouting nila, mas pinaghandaan nila ngayon, kaya mas mag-prepare lang po kami para ready rin kami sa kahit anong ibato nila sa amin.
Yeah, Coach Tabos, actually, they're scouting the game at the
Tensyonado
venue.
nga eh.
Oo nga eh. Actually, binabantay niya talaga si AP Manlapas eh. Just to make sure that he has him in check. Pero on that note, Jerome, going into this game, sinasabi nila that Adamson is the underdog because may twice to win disadvantage kayo. Going into this, ano yung mentality? Are you taking yung underdog mentality talaga? O sa palagay mo ba that this is actually more even than people realize?
Sa akin talaga, mentality ko sa this coming Wednesday is to beat Ateneo twice. Pero yun nga sabi ni Coach kahapon na simula sa una.
Isa
sa
muna.
game one.
One game at a
Isa-isa
time.
muna. So, we really have to prepare both offense and defense for them. And not only sa offense and defense nila, kundi mag-prepare din kami sa mentally and physically sa namin.
Coach Nash, as we mentioned, the team, at least from an optic standpoint, from
Yeah.
an outsider standpoint, is trending upwards. I don't know what your opinion is. We'd like to find out. And then, even from the two matchups against Ateneo, I think you're also trending on that direction. When you get to this third matchup now, what are the takeaways from those two matchups that you can bring positively into this one so you can extend, sabi mo nga, beyond December 7?
Yeah, of course, a lot of positives from those two games that we played at Ateneo. But we all know that, every game is different. So alam namin na whatever happened dun sa first two games, possible din na hindi mangyari dito sa game, sa third game namin against Ateneo. So we're just trying to cover all angles. Tinutulungan namin yung mga players namin, trying really hard to prepare them. Again, hopefully pagdating sa game sa Wednesday, we would be able to compete against Ateneo and talagang give them a challenge.
Jerome, you're one of the Adamson community is one of the most passionate communities, especially when they get behind your team. Your message to yung mga supporters ninyo ahead of a matchup against Ateneo, wherein a lot of people are saying it's going to be an uphill battle for you guys. What's your message to the Adamson community?
Adamson community, thank you so much for always supporting us. Hopefully, sa darating na laro namin sa Wednesday, nandyan pa rin kayo. Kita-kits tayo sa Wednesday. Gagawin namin lahat para makapunta kami sa final.
Okay, Coach, yung paborito ko is your call to action to the Adamson crowd. Nagulat ka, ang ganda nung labas nila, and we're hoping na matindi rin ang labas nila on Wednesday. And good luck, stay healthy, and we will see you on Wednesday. Coach, AP, and Jerome, maraming salamat.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And after the break, we've got more UAAP action as we talk to the DLSU Lady Archers this time, who are off to the women's basketball finals. Stay tuned. You're still watching the game. You're still watching the game. It is mission accomplished. Well,
So
hold
far.
your horses, yes, for the De La Salle Lady Archers as they advance to the UAAP Season 85 Women's Basketball Finals. DLSU booked their ticket to the championship round after surviving their do-or-die game against UST. The Lady Archers will then face the NU Lady Bulldogs in the best-of-3 series. And joining us now, the guy who told me and Paolo, job's not done yet, kaya we should hold our horses, is DLSU head coach Cholo Villanueva. Welcome to the game in the studio this time, Coach. Congratulations. Dun muna sa panalo against, I know you. It's not yet done and there's still a thing to look forward to. But I want to backtrack, before we get to the win yesterday. No, not as far as your glory days. No, not that. This is not the episode for that show. But I want to backtrack to the loss first.
Yeah.
Kasi I wanted to highlight that because that's important contributor to the win yesterday. I watched the whole game there yesterday. I wanted to find out what were the takeaways from the loss. Kasi wire-to-wire yung talo nyo against UST and how you took that into training, which contributed, I'm sure, to this win yesterday.
Same thing I talked about pre-game, before the game. Learning from your mistakes. We made certain mistakes in that game that we adjusted in game 2. That's why we were able to win the game. So they made mistakes, I made mistakes, so we made mistakes together, and then we adjusted what we're supposed to be adjusting, and then eventually every possession we were winning, then eventually won the game.
Can I ask what were the adjustments? Not tactically, but what can you tell us? What adjustments can you tell us that made the difference?
Number one thing that won the game for them the past 2 games, first round,
Correct, yes.
and
The
this game won
first-
in the
yeah.
Final Four. Eka Soriano was really dictating the game. That girl can really play. She can be part of the
23
national
points
team.
siya nun di ba? The first
Her
game.
average is about 20 points
Correct.
per game.
Right.
So we just wanted to limit her, take away the ball from her, really make it difficult for her to be scoring that game or dictating the game for them.
Coach Cholo, I just want to congratulate you for being the only LaSalle school to win that day, by the way. There were 3 LaSalle schools playing that day, teams playing that day. You're the only one who won, so thank you. Second, Coach, LaSalle, this game in particular was important. Again, going back to that loss, because let's be honest, you learn more from losing than you do from winning. How did that loss teach you to be able to go into an NU series in the finals a bit more prepared?
Again, for the games that we're losing, it keeps us growing, keeps us developing. I remember when I was playing before, we were in a series against Ateneo for 5 games and then won it and then played in the finals. We were maturing every game. And then that UE team was resting and being rusty. Then eventually we were developing and growing as a team. And same way with my girls now. I think they're developing and maturing in the right direction.
You're referring to the UE team that swept
Yeah.
the UAP 14-0 and then had a 2-week
That was a
break.
very fun season, by the way.
that had a 2-week break
Yes.
eventually, and then
Yes,
of
yes,
course
yeah.
Coach Franz Pumaren won via a sweep,
Yeah.
diba, in the finals with you guys. Nice to bring that back in. So, I love it. Let's bring
Alam
that
the
back
inspiration
in.
coming from before,
Of course. Are the girls aware of these things? Do you make them, now that you mentioned it, do you make them aware of certain historical things that you were a part of that they can learn from? And how do you make them aware? Is it just kwento lang? You show them video? What's
No, not really tell them when I was playing before. Parang really showing them lang na I had this experience before and we can gain something from that kind of experience and eventually bring it to our own journey and hopefully have the same results at the end of the tournament.
I like how you didn't have to bring out the VHS tapes. But then,
Betamax pa ata.
Hindi naman
Hindi
siguro.
naman,
Hindi naman siguro.
Parang si Boom, parang dinedele, parang...
VHS yun, VHS.
VHS.
I will
Okay.
attest to it.
well, tape. For those who don't know what the VHS is, please pa-Google. Cholo, when you look at this NU team in particular, now looking forward to the matchup, you're the only team to have knocked them down for years. Literally years since they lost. Does that give you a mental edge? Or does that make you even more wary of the challenge ahead, knowing that they want revenge against you guys for ending streak nila?
They're still the number one team. We're still the underdog team, but we have an underdog mentality, wanting to get over the hump of being the number 2 team. So I think we're the hungrier team. They've been the champions for 7 years now or 6 years now. For us, we just want to break that streak also. Given the opportunity now, we have a chance to win the championship and given the opportunity, we'll just grab it.
Speaking of years, 6 years, right?
6
For
years.
you guys, back in the finals, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
and
back in the finals.
That's something to celebrate, obviously. Do you change anything approaching the finals, especially these are first-timers who are going to be there? This is their first finals atmosphere, experience, media talk, and all that. Do you change anything in terms of your approach personally?
Like for us, we're on a rebuild. So I have a lot of second-year, third-year players.
Yes.
For us, of course, we want to compete and we want to win it all the way. There for us, again, all the pressure's on them. They're the champions.
I love it.
We're
Deflecting it, really.
Yeah.
We're the ones who want to prove something, and we want to prove that we belong there, not just be there. So I think we're ready for the challenge. And it's a juggernaut challenge, but we're ready for it.
Coach, this game upcoming, I'm sure you're approaching it one game at a time. I know it's a series, but one game at a time. But let's say you do win game number 1. Why do you think you're going to win game number 1? What are the things that your team would have done right to have played game number 1?
Coming from that second round game, we know things that we can do against them that will be working, and we are polishing things na we think that we made mistakes during that game. So I think given the chance that we're going to be up against this NU team, we have a very good chance of winning that game 1 because same thing, we have a mental edge over them, and I think there's no pressure on us. All the pressure's on them, so we're just gonna be enjoying the finals.
You keep saying it.
Keep saying it. Speak it as a
I
truth.
love it. Good
maraming
luck.
salamat.
Congratulations and good luck
Thank you,
to the
thank you.
finals, Coach.
Thank you.
Okay, so after the break, we'll wrap up Team Yamaha Motor Philippines' campaign at the recent 2022 Asian Road Racing Championship leg in Thailand. Stay tuned. You're watching The Game. Welcome back. You're watching The Game. After 3 days of world-class racing at the 2022 ARRC Thailand leg, Team Yamaha Motor Philippines is ready for the next chapter of their motorsports journey. Let's watch this.
Sa lahat man ng sumusuporta sa amin, maraming salamat po sa inyo. Kayo po yung nagbibigay ng motibasyon sa amin para mag-perform po kami ng maganda.
Papasalamat po ako siyempre sa Panginoon, sa pag-guide and sa lahat ng sponsor namin, lalo na sa Yamaha Philippines, sa Boss Brian and sa Seth.
We can read everything our engine, what happened with our engine, and we can learning to get a good setup.
To my friend and follower, thanks family, thanks for the support me, give a positive vibe for me, and love you all.
Say thank you for Yamaha and Umar Racing Team, the boss, and my mechanic, work hard, and I try the best, the fight overall champion, the number 1 in next year.
For the crew naman, as much as possible, nire-ready talaga nila yung motorcycle na gagamitin. Kahit gabihin sila, abutin ng alas 12 ng gabi, ganyan.
Dire-diretso pa rin until next year, focus pa rin kami dito sa ARRC. Dire-diretso pa rin yung gagawin namin development.
We are very thankful with our very supportive media partners. So throughout our journey, they've been there. Thank you.
Yamaha Riding Academy in Thailand established from the 2008 until now because we provide for support the customer in case of customer want to training in this year, and we can start from the kids bike, learn to ride, motorcycle license, big bike, and train the trainer in this year.
I feel ecstatic. Sobrang na-excite ako everything na nakita natin today with the facility that they have, from the auditorium, from the lecture rooms that they have, and of course the riding facility that they have also. So what we have seen here is something that we can brought in the Philippines, something that we learn new things, and we're really excited on how to have this applied in the Philippines also, and to really promote safety as part of our advocacy with Yamaha.
On to more Filipino talent making the country proud. The national esports team, Cebol, is currently competing at the 14th International Esports Federation World Championships in Bali, Indonesia. Andre Dojin Albar was Cebol's bet in Tekken 7 and would finish third in Group C with a valiant 2-2 record after back-to-back sweeps against Colombia and Laos. In Mobile Legends, Cebol is looking to regroup after a loss to hometown team Indonesia in the upper bracket. In the lower bracket, their campaign stays alive after beating Slovenia as they wait for their next opponent in the play-in stage. In Dota 2, Cebol swept their series against Thailand with 2 straight wins in their best-of-3 matchup. The country's premier Dota team has now booked the first place slot for the World Championships. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Boom Gonzalez.
And I'm Paulo Del Rosario. This has been The Game.